Hey there, Jed Coburnitz here from jedcoburnitz.com, and welcome to Talk Therapy. And you are seeing, if you're watching this, you may be hearing this from my podcast, you may be hearing this anywhere and not watching, but you're seeing from behind the steering wheel, right? I decided to shove the iPhone like right on the dash or right on the front of the speedometer, and I can still see how fast I need to be going because the phone is actually not that wide compared to how big a speedometer is. But anyway, so you're seeing the steering wheel in the picture today. I usually try to not have it, but I don't think it really matters, right? I don't think the steering wheel and the picture are the focal point. It's more or less a tool for me to clear my mind, to clear everything. So it doesn't even, really doesn't matter. So here we are, Talk Therapy. I'm wearing a sweatshirt today, okay? So there's some speculation going on within my own head of people looking at, right? I'm wearing it, the weighted vest. I got the camo weighted vest on, and some speculation it's a small town. People might think weird things about this guy wearing this camo vest, and this vest looks like I'm packing, right? I'm not. Let's just put that out there and say I'm not. I don't even have, I have guns, but okay, so this is getting really weird really fast, and I don't want to throw this out there because that is not what I want. I don't want anybody thinking that I mean harm, right? I'm just throwing it out there saying I mean no harm. I do not wish any ill will on anybody with this thing. So let's just squash the rumors if there are any. It's just in my own head, I think. You know what I mean? This is in my own head, so I don't even know why I'm addressing it, but I just feel like I'm going to, and I have to. So it's just a vest with sandbags in it, right? There's little sandbags in them, and they weigh approximately 7.5 pounds or something like that. I can show you. Just rip it out. Rip it open, and there's just these little black sandbag looking things, right? They're just sand or some kind of material. I don't know what it is, but right, it's just these little things, and that's what makes up this weighted vest, which is funny to me because I could have probably just made my own, but I kind of like to figure stuff out and figure out how it's made and do it on my own and make it better, because I don't know, it's just in my nature. But so that's what I do, right? That's what this is. And I put a sweatshirt on. Now the cool part about this sweatshirt, this finding about this sweatshirt, I was putting it on and it was weird. It was hard to get a sweatshirt on. It was difficult. I had no idea it would have been so hard to put a sweatshirt on over this extra weight. So that just gives me even more of an understanding of what it means to carry some extra weight. And putting clothes on, right? Putting clothes on would be difficult. As a child, I get it. I understand that because it's, you're still kind of getting coordinated, but as an adult, really? You don't have the coordination to get on a sweatshirt because it got caught up in the back, and I'm like, oh shit, that sucks. Okay, so that's just even another layer of empathy going, okay, we gotta figure this out. We gotta get up here with people who are, at least 60 pounds overweight. How do we take that weight and use it? Use that energy, because it's usually just body fat, not just, but it's usually body fat. How do we use that energy and control the intake of energy? So it's very interesting. And then I put it on, and then I look in the mirror and go, well, that doesn't look right. Regardless of what it looks like, I don't think any amount of extra weight ever, you're looking in the mirror and you're going, huh. Not to say that you shouldn't just love the person who's in the mirror, but I understand, right? As an adult now, today I'm looking in the mirror going, okay, That's very, I mean, I get it. Like, now I go into public with this on, and the way it looks. That's interesting to me. And everybody who is overweight, you have a lot of courage, right? Like, you have a lot of courage. You have a lot of strength mentally to go through what you do every day. So now let's shift that. Let's use that for your good, for your own good, right? To keep you going, to keep you, to switch tracks instead of, beating yourself up going, man, it looked like shit, but I gotta go anyway. I gotta work, I gotta feed my kids, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Instead of like throwing it out there for everybody else, say, I'm gonna do this for me, and I'm gonna take 1 minute today and do something for me, and then build on that, right? Because it's consistency. And I'm talking to myself. This is talk therapy. This is what I do to talk myself into stuff. And I know everybody else does it. They just don't vocalize it the way I do. But I think it's what it is we got to get ourselves out there and tell ourselves, I'm going to take this today. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to take the time, because that person in the mirror is not who I want to be forever. I love that person, and I will love that person forever, but I need to change, and it starts with today, because today is the best day of my life. And I say that. I say it all the time. Today is the best day of my life. Yesterday was our 9th anniversary, 9 years of marriage with my wife and I. It's awesome. It's like gone by so fast, but it really opens my eyes every year that goes by, going, right, like, life is so short. It's just, the more and more I talk to people, the more and more I realize that we're so out of touch with how long or how short life actually is, because we're waiting for something. We're waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for this, and we're waiting for that. Now, don't get me wrong, we gotta be patient, right? Patience, man. Like, I've fallen in love with patience, but the way it breaks down is, don't wait, but be patient. Whoa. Don't wait, but be patient means don't wait for a sign. Don't wait for a sign to get to work, to get to doing to something different. But be patient with the process and love the journey. Like, the dirt part, right? Like, I learned a lot from Gary Vaynerchuk. I learn from him almost every time I listen to what he says, but I shouldn't say almost, probably every time. But he's in the dirt and he's in the clouds, so he finds balance. Like, in the dirt, start today. Like, the doing is the dirt, and the clouds is the philosophy. So the doing, like, start today, do something different. You have 24 hours, fit it in, right? Fit something different in today. And then at the end of the day, love it, right? Love yourself. Now, I know that's the beginning and the end of the day, but like, doing something different is the doing, and believing in yourself to do something different is the clouds, is the philosophy, right? That's a huge difference here. When you look in the mirror, like I did this morning, put that sweatshirt on, and I'm like, okay, that looks not right. That is not me. And the crazy part is how many people out there say that every day and then just do the same thing over and over and over again. Dare I say a lot, right? They look in the mirror and go, this is not me. This is not who I want to be. This is not who I intended to become. This is totally just out of the realm of who I am. So get into the dirt, right? Hop in the trenches. Do something different. And be in the clouds for a little bit. And believe in yourself. And keep going with it. Like, that's the big thing, is we're not patient with the process. We're so not patient with the process. Like, the reason I'm into this 365 wads is because that's how long it takes. A year. And that's how long it takes me to find anybody to give me a testimonial. Like, I don't really want a testimonial until you're a year into the process, because then there's true change. Anybody can change in 30 days. What you do, right? But can you change for a year and sustain that and go beyond that and keep that change the way you need it to be and the way you want it to be? Can you? Those are the people that I love working with. Those are the people that I like associating with. Those are the people that I like hanging out with, because they get it. It takes practice to get to that mentality, and I get it. But when you truly cross into that river of change, when you just hang out there, and then you cross it, and then you're on the other side, and then the cool part is recognizing that there's more rivers, right? Like, there isn't just one river. If you can get to the point where there's one river, you cross it, and then you go, wow, I'm in a field of streams, because now I gotta cross the next river, and the next river, and the next river, and then before you know it, man, you're just swimming all the time. You like that analogy? Hopefully that makes sense to people, because I'm envisioning a nice swim. Like, life is a swim, and sometimes, you know what, you get pushed under, and then you fight like hell to get back up above the water. Now, that's okay. The river of change, man, it's not just a river. It's not just a river. But it comes down to not waiting, but being patient. So don't wait, but be patient. That's what it takes. That's where the real change is. That's where the real fun happens. It's when you realize that it's not just about the short game, the micro, the little. It's about the macro. It's about 60 years from now. It's about only getting about 100 years to live, right? You only get about 100 years to live. And that's on a good life. It's on a good life. That's pending genetics. Like, who knows? Your heart might just give out at 80. Well, then, and if you're 60 right now, you got 20 years. Like, make the best of those 20 years. Like, I'm 32. I'm 32% away. Done. Like, 32% done with my life. Right? So I got 68%. I think that's right. 68, 70, 30. Yeah. Carry the 2. Yeah. 68% of my life is left. And it's not a pessimistic way to look at it. It's just a way. It's just my way. It's a way to look at it going, yeah, okay, I'm not waiting anymore for anybody else to do something for me. I'm just going to make it happen. Like, that's it. No question. And I don't give a damn what people think about me right away. I listen to what you're saying, but I really don't give a damn what you think. And that's what I do. And that comes from right here. Right in the vest, right? And I think I found a name for this experiment. So you made it this far in this video or audio or whatever you're hearing this. I know you're part of the Cobra Nation. I know you're part of what I'm doing. So it's called Vest to Chest, right? Like, I'll call it hashtag Vest to Chest. Because I got a vest on my chest. Why not? And it rhymes and all that other fun stuff. So a friend of mine, Katie, she kind of came up with that. Now I'll give it to her. I'll give her credit. I'm not going to take credit where I didn't make it up, but I like the name. I appreciate it. And Vest to Chest. That's what I'm calling this whole experiment, because then I can get the empathy needed to actually understand what it is to be 60 pounds overweight. So that's it. If you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.